At Pure Seed, we constantly conduct wear machine trials for traffic tolerance testing. This machine, shown below, which replicates 1.5 football games with every pass, is a key tool we use for evaluating wear tolerance, traffic tolerance, and the recoverability of cool season species at various maintenance levels. This data and information we collect from the wear machine is very valuable to our sports turf managers around the world.
When the spotlight's on our sports turf managers, the reason why they come to Pure Seed is the consistency. And they know that the years of research and how extensive our breeding program is, that by the time the seed gets into their hands and they need to use it in order for that cool season grass turf to perform for Friday night or Saturday night or even NFL game Sunday night, the expectation is there for Pure Seed to perform. It's one less thing that those guys have to worry about when they get to game time, because the expectation for their grass seed for Pure Seed is that the consistency is always going to be there, the performance from a germination standpoint, color and density, and the wear tolerance. So my Pure Seed background really started about 12 years ago when I used the product for the Fiesta Bowl practice facilities on 4 different fields. And we overseeded those fields in the months of October, November in preparation for 4 Division I collegiate football teams to practice on for a week. And those fields needed to match the playability of the game sites.
Whether it's for your local playground or your high-profile sports stadium, you can trust that Pure Seed has put your varieties through rigorous traffic testing with a multitude of sports turf management practices. Sports turf and facility managers worldwide choose and depend on Pure Seed products to keep them at the top of their game.
Well, what I'm striving for is shorter, faster, tighter. You know, I personally would like to cut the grass as short as I possibly can to provide the fastest surface possible. USC's and even the Rams now are loaded with speed guys, especially in the skill positions. And so what we've kind of been instructed to go for is whatever we can do to make the game faster. That's what we're trying to do. But at the same time, it also has to hold up. So it's kind of a fine line between making sure that it can handle the abuse, yet it's short enough and tight enough to keep the game at a high pace. We have really been able to build a strong relationship in a small amount of time. I mean, everybody that I've dealt with from the company has been first class. No doubt first class. They've been so accommodating when we needed to get seed out right away. And it was a mistake of mine for not having it ready to be ordered quickly. They were able to manage to get something out when we needed it. It might not have been the most standard way to go about getting it here, but they made sure that it got here on time and we didn't miss a beat from it. So everybody that we've dealt with has been nothing but first class and professional.
Definitely, yeah. Two teams on, especially with that back-to-back, like a Saturday night game and a Sunday afternoon game. Definitely takes its toll on the field. There's no question about it. But it's held up phenomenal. Our last game against UCLA, the field was in great shape. I just had an email this morning or even a call from the New Orleans Saints from they're playing here in a couple of weeks playing the Rams, and I don't know how the field was. And said, hey, it's in great shape. You know, you won't need 7-stud cleats, nice, fast surface. You know, our kids can get by with just their regular bottoms, their speed shoes, and we're very happy to hear that. But it's held up very well for us, even with everything that goes on over there. We went out there today, went out before the game the other day, and it looked like it was phenomenal. It looked like a putting green. It was fantastic. It was a great little surface. And, our athletes love playing at home. We've been undefeated the last 2 years at home. We've been playing on our home surface, and they like it. It's a very fast track, which is conducive to our skilled athletes, and they really enjoy that.
My name is Russ Romano, and I'm the Director for Athletic Medicine here at USC. And I basically am in charge of coordinating all the healthcare for our student athletes. First of all, I think the Coliseum field is the best field in all of the Pac-12, and it's held up really well. It's a great surface for us to play on. It's fast. The athletes are able to make the cuts they want on it, and it's just really held up well all season, despite us playing and also the Rams playing on that field as well. Like, I'm constantly watching the game, looking for the health and safety for our athlees. And the field looks like it's really held up for both teams. It's one of those things where I don't see a lot of large divots. I don't see people slipping, falling. It's really held up well, and I think the performance of both teams has been really well. Yeah, I think the traction is really important, and consistency. So whether it's on the middle of the field to the sideline, I think they have to kind of know what to expect, and it should be consistent throughout. The traction, the ability to cut, their balance, it affects everything athletically on what they're about to do. And then obviously you don't want the turf giving way so that they're slipping and falling. Also, you want it to be stable enough to where they can push off. I think the field surface is really critical. I like the natural grass that we have at the Coliseum. I think it's probably the best playing surface that we play on all year. It's well kept up. It's very consistent. Obviously, our players enjoy it the most because it's our home stadium and it's the Coliseum.
Whether you're preparing your sports turf surface for soccer, football, or baseball, your success depends on making the right decision when it comes to selecting seed. At Pure Seed, we have accomplished years of traffic testing and research data that takes the guesswork and gamble out of this equation. Contact a Pure Seed representative or your local Pure Seed distributor when it's time to make your next seed selection for athletic fields. Grow with us and get your home field advantage and experience how Pure Seed products and services can deliver game-changing results and success for your sports turf surface.